Well, let me tell you a CB story. Now, I've been seeing some stuff online about people's experience with the Seabees. Let's straighten out a couple things. Now, like I said, the kid was right on point about us calling fleeters or fleet tweets about the boys that ride on ships. We did not have, we total disdain for the fleet. It was like, you guys got fucking soft cushy sitting on your ass fucking jobs. We were working our ass off every fucking day, and that's what this kid was talking about. Um, yeah, they worked like a slave, man. My overseas deployments, it was 60-hour weeks, and your salary, dude, you're not getting overtime for that shit. All right, so they got their money's worth out of me, fucking work wise, for sure. All right, I was a builder, but I had like 4 years architectural knowledge in my head before I even joined. I scored a 93 on the ASVAB, so they wanted me to be a nuke, and I ended up going builder. So not all CBs are dumb either. I had the highest ASVAB in my fucking unit actually, MCB1. In those days, I had the highest ASVAB. That's what it was. So even though I was a shit bag sailor, I got in a lot of trouble. 4 inch APs and a court martial. So good with the bad. You got super talent. You also got super fucking trouble. And I was all about the drinking and fucking being stupid. I even smoked fucking weed most of the time I was in. But I still, was on the job doing the CB thing, fucking field exercises, the works, the weapons quals. Uh, I was put on different detachments where they pulled me back off because I got in trouble. So I was supposed to go to ADAC, supposed to go to Sasebo. I didn't go to Sasebo. I stayed main body. I didn't go to ADAC. They canceled that debt. It was an asbestos job. And then I was supposed to go to Honduras, which they pulled me off the fucking debt too. To be perfectly honest with you, I tell people I went down to Honduras. Actually, I was supposed to go. I didn't go. So, but that was when I got court-martialed. That was a Spain deployment. I deployed 3 times. I deployed. My 19th birthday, I hit Roosevelt Roads, Puerto Rico, or hit San Juan, I should say. And by the time the duty driver came and got us and brought us back to the camp, it was my birthday. I landed on my birthday. It was my birthday, and I couldn't buy a fucking drink, man. It was my 19th birthday. So that was NMCB1. My first deploy was Roosevelt Roads, Puerto Rico. Some of you older Seabees would understand that. The old Butler Hut days before times. Still wearing satines. I mean, we weren't in camouflage or nothing yet. That was the first deployment. Second deployment was Okinawa. I mean, my home port cycles, I did okay. I didn't get no troubles. I was mustering every day and stuff. But I get overseas, I just cut loose. Man, Japan was a bad place for me. I got in a lot of trouble in Japan. But like I said, the fleet would come in, and these guys would come out in town and start hooping and hollering. It's like, you just shut your fucking ass down, dude. Just bar fights and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's more us and the fleet that were getting into situations than it ever was. Usually the Marines and us would team up on the fleet fuckers. That's how it worked. That's why I hung out with the Marines. I didn't hang out with fucking a lot of Navy guys. A couple guys in my unit, we'd go out together, but usually I'd go out and meet up with a couple of Marines that I knew from 3rd, with the LSB guys or, whatever fucking little part of the 3rd Marine Division they were in. We'd hang out, fucking get fucking just killer ass drunk, woohoo, fucking whorehouses. I mean, when you talk about Okinawa, we got to talk about BC Street. So, that was where all the whorehouses were at, fucking on the side streets. So red light district was wide open over there. And then the third deployment, I went to Rota, Spain. I was doing the project, the P&E for that Rota, Spain deployment for different jobs that we were doing. During the home port, because like I said, I had 4 years of architecture. I knew how to bid jobs. I knew how to fucking manpower. I knew how to calculate all this shit already. This is why as an E2, they were putting me on, hey, how do we figure this out, man? I was the guy, okay, I already had this knowledge in my head. Okay, this door opening's got to be this, or you need this much material to do that, or whatever, man. And my shit was spot on. So people started trusting, okay, you can run HOD. And of course, I'm the fucking booter, the new guy. on the first deployment. In the second, Okinawa I was still just hitting E3 at that point. And I'd had some NJPs, so I was kind of bouncing back and forth between E2 and E3. Uh, but I was in charge of, how much sand do we need, how much fucking line, how much material do we need to take to have out there to do this fucking blah blah blah. So I had to fucking calculate all that, and then I was the guy running HOD, and I was the littlest dude out there too. So when you start fucking up in the Navy, I'm a sidebar on this. When you start fucking up in the Navy or any military fucking organization, they're gonna put the hammer to you. Fuck, oh, we're not kicking you out yet. We're gonna fucking punish you on the job. We're gonna take a stripe, or we're gonna fine you, or they hit you where it hurts. Well, throwing me at the hardest jobs, like the most intensely physical labor type jobs, just made me fucking, oh yeah, fuck, give me more of that shit. Fucking give me more of that. So I was the guy running hard, running like a champ, running fucking wheelbarrows up fucking flights of stairs, stuff like that, And I'm a little dude, like, so you're not gonna stop me. But that's what Seabees taught me that, fucking Seabees in the Marines, because I did some time with the Marines too, CCU with them, and I did a mini Marine Corps boot camp over there in Okinawa. Those of you in the know where I went. And went up there and did a 30-day CCU with those boys, and got my leg cut wide open, and all kinds of chaos and calamity ensued from that. Um, but yeah, Seabees was definitely an experience, man. If you can hear stories all day long about them, but you got to be there. It really is something like that. Done. Stop.